Ho, ho! Oh, shit!
What up, dudes? This is Totally Gamescast, episode 18. Motherfuckers in the house. Getting down to the clowns. Getting down with some games. My name is Totally Trey. And this is my dude Sean. And it's cool to see you. Okay. Anyways, dude, I've been really into the old school hip hop, dude.
Really?
Been cranking it, dude.
Oh man, maybe you should come to Soundset with us.
No.
Music festivals, baby. Soon to be another show I produce. What's up, Smoggy Smog? But let's just dive right into some of these topics. We got a good one for you today. We got Reggie Fils-Aimé officially out as the president of Nintendo. Kaz Hirai is also gone from Sony, so two big legends. Just like sending our farewells to them. Thank you for doing all they've done. Just real quick segment there. Then we got all those first gen details of the PS5.
Yeah.
What in the heck?
What in the heck, dude? It looks like a powerful little dickler. I mean, allegedly powerful.
Right. And then GameStop has this new program that I'm just like, it's like one of the last gasping breaths from this dying big box garbage company.
How to compete with Steam.
Right. Yeah. Oh yeah, totally. I was hoping you would give some digital perspective on it. And then some Super Smash Bros. Stuff. Of course, we've got Jackbox following this. Gamescast next week. Probably not happening, but we'll talk about that at the end of the show unless we can make it work. But let's dive right in.
Okay.
Reggie Fils-Aimé, dude. He's officially, obviously this got announced a couple weeks ago, but it still is, I'm happy for the future from Nintendo. All I wanted to say about this is that he's been with the company for so long, like 16, 17 years or 15 years, whatever we were discussing earlier in the month. And Kaz Hirai, out from Sony, he's been with the company so long, so it's like, pretty cool. Like the year before we get these new consoles or an update to the Pro this year, that these two high ups, these two suits, I mean they're both gamers, but like suits, they're out. So we got some fresh perspective coming through. But yeah, you should pop up this painting that Jeff Keighley commissioned Sam Spratt. I don't know who Sam Spratt is, but he's supposedly an amazing painter. Don't know any of his work, but he's right there, the first link, yeah. This is a pretty dope poster. Painting, excuse me. It looks like a play on the Wizard / 1980s / the Power Glove, and then it has all of his iterations in the Nintendo Directs. We have the Mii version. We have the not Sesame Street, the what's the other one? I always get these mixed up. Sesame Street and the other puppets, the Muppets.
Oh, Muppets.
Yeah. And then we have the Robot Chicken iteration that Nintendo's been so creative with their Nintendo Directs, not just doing, them talking. Like they do some sort of artistic value to it. Add some artistic value. So that was cool of Jeff Keighley to add to it. His legacy, promote his legacy there. So, speaking of Jeff Keighley, I wanted to add this in at the end of this first topic here. He is going to host a Gamescom opening night live event. So if you don't know about Gamescom, it is the biggest gaming convention in the entire world. Over 100,000 attendees, which is way too much in my eyes. I've been to music festivals with that many, and it's just like, you can't do anything.
Yeah.
Think about like waiting in line for every player to play a 5-minute demo. Like that 5 minutes times 1,000, that's 5,000 minutes. You die. I think that's how the life expectancy of a
that's
of a
the exact life expectancy of a male human. Yeah, I don't like going to conventions that big. It seems like a hassle.
Yeah.
But depends what's going on in there, I guess. But
yeah, so Stephen Totile of Kotaku, I'm just going to read his exact quote here, so that's why I want to give him some credit. This year's Gamescom may be more of an event to watch. Friend of the site, Jeff Keighley, is creating Gamescom Opening Night Live, which he describes to Kotaku as sort of like an all-in-one press conference. Full of game announcements and news. It will stream from Cologne, Germany, 2 p.m. Eastern, Monday, August 19th. So, that's a great birthday present. I'm going to get, I'm a Leo, so my birthday is a month and a half long.
Oh my God.
So, yeah, it'll be fun to discuss that. It's just cool. Like, Gamescom, like I said, is usually that consumer convention. They're only discussing or having games out there. They aren't in demos. They aren't really having any world premieres.
Yeah.
So Jeff Keighley coming out with those world premieres. I hope we get that guy.
Well, I'm interested to see how this does because like all of those E3 type stuff is dying. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like a push in the opposite direction, I guess. But we will see.
Yeah. All right. The era of Bowser has begun, though. So thank you, Reggie. So let's move on, though. Do we want to dive into the topic of the show? Most likely the topic of the show.
Yeah, the PS5.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, bro.
I got your details at the front there, which is like just a better way of, like a more succinct way of writing it out. Mine's like wordy as hell. So I'll let you go ahead and lead this one.
Okay. For sure. The first details have been revealed. The console supports 8K, which is a made-up thing, right?
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's like, okay, does anyone want to pay 15 to 20 grand for a TV that can support it?
Yeah, probably some people, like some extreme enthusiasts, but probably not anyone you or I know. But it has a high-power SSD, which is pretty interesting because, like, there's always been the regular hard drives in the consoles, so it's cool that they're getting to the SSDs that increase loading times by like an incredible amount.
Decrease loading times.
Or I mean.
So you have an SSD in here.
Yeah.
And you have your OS on it, right?
Yeah, totally.
And it's so much quicker, right?
Oh, dude. Yeah. I mean, I would just show you restarting the computer, but unfortunately the stream wouldn't be able to like follow that.
Yeah.
So, but that's cool. They said it went from like, I don't know the exact numbers, like from like an 8-second loading screen to under a second. So it's just a huge upgrade.
Yeah, I've got some details on it. So this was from Mark Cerny. Why do I always want to say Mark? I think it's Mark Cerny. Anyway, he was interviewed by Wired and he had, Mark Cerny. So he's the lead director of the next console, like design. And he, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, the solid state drive. So the Spider-Man, he had Spider-Man on PlayStation 4 and the same loading screen at the same time of the game was 15 seconds and now it's 0.8 seconds.
That's psycho.
That's insane.
Yeah, definitely. That's even double what I thought in my head. Like a 15-second loading screen is a big deal and being able to cut that to under a second is such a huge leap in technology. It's awesome.
Yeah, so there's some more details with that. So that also is not it's gonna cut down the loading screens, or it's gonna kill them all. Like no more loading screens. You know when you're, so you know you play Grand Theft Auto. The 5.
Yeah.
The example I heard on the internet with this was that's like, and also for me personally, when I think of loading screens, I remember the Grand Theft Auto 3 or San Andreas or Vice City loading screens because it's just that awesome artwork and then like that little bar that goes like tilt at the bottom is always like 60 seconds, you know?
Yeah.
And so this, to cut that out completely in a Grand Theft Auto game, or even come close to it, would be insane. And another thing they mentioned with the Spider-Man example is that they wanted Spider-Man to be able to go quicker. And when you're playing the game, you feel like you're going pretty quick, especially in the late game when you get all the power-ups. But they have it capped because the game can't... What's up? Oh, snap. I want some Chipotle.
Hell yeah. I had Chipotle yesterday, dude. It was fucking hella good, dude. Double chicken.
Damn!
Get a
burrito?
Yeah, dude. I'm fucking getting a burrito. You think I'm gonna get a bowl, dude? Come on, bro. But, so with that increase in, like, the speed of the loading screens, it's gonna be funny in, like, 20 years when there's, like, loading screens that they like put into games for like nostalgic purposes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like kind of like a throwback game being like,
like a billboard.
Yeah, but
that's brilliant. So just back, we almost got railroaded there, but you brought us back.
Oh, dude, well we'll chug the train for you guys just to press our pretty button, boys. All right, let's fucking go. Getting railroaded, choo choo, motherfuckers in the house.
Choo. Yeah, baby. So, thank you for that Chipotle railroad. We love you for that physics. It's going to be sweet, though, because they're saying that Spider-Man, if they had the power of the PS5, obviously it hasn't been named that yet officially, but it probably is, right?
Sure.
He can go as fast as a fighter jet. So we're talking, I don't know, you can Google how fast a fighter jet goes. What's up, bazooka _ Nick? What's up, baby? So, going as fast as a fighter jet, like, that's like 500 miles per hour, right? Something
That's
crazy.
really fucking fast, bro.
So, like, how can you tell? Well, they said that they were doing tests and pausing it and looking around, like, in a 3D, like, visual of the city while he's going that fast, and no rendering at all was being done. There was no, like, anti-aliasing or any of that kind of stuff. No more jargon for the rest of the show. But it's insane. Let's talk about that sound.
I guess there's a dramatic increase in sound hardware. I mean, that's as far as I know about the whole thing. Do you have some more notes about the sound?
Yeah, so the sound is going to be, they've been testing it. They've been they've been sending these tests out here. I have it a little bit different than you. They've been using this light tech to test sound, which I think is extremely interesting. Using, like, I think it just has to do with data, of course, right?
Sure.
But they're using lighting to be able to tell if enemy can hear, or like a player can hear an enemy's footsteps.
Sure, that makes sense. Kind of like, I don't know, like how you can see a shadow pretty much, and there's less sound in that shadow, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, exactly, right? So there's going to be some cool stuff with that. As far as like the other processor stuff, I mean, it's AMD 3rd generation Ryzen. Do you know much about that as far as like from a PC gaming standpoint?
I mean, that could mean basically anything. Hold on. Like AMD Ryzen. I mean, that's like, AMD is a good company.
You think personally have an NVIDIA, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So those are the two best, right? Or is there
They're like the two name brand ones. I mean, you're not going to get anything that isn't one of those two brands probably, unless you're like taking a risk on a new product, or like just like hugely nerdy and know something that I don't. You know what I mean? So
yeah. So that's crazy, because there's Qualcomm's a mobile chip, graphics chips, right? Okay.
I don't know that much about the like inner workings of that kind of stuff. I know general products that come out, but nothing like this is like a little bit over my head as far as like, I mean, it has 8 cores, so that's, I mean, what most modern computers come with. So, but other than that,
it's gonna be a beast.
Yeah, I mean, for $500.
Do you think it's gonna be 500?
That's what I saw like something saying that the initial price point was at 500. So, I mean, I would still just go with a PC.
It's 100% not official, but that's what people are thinking because that solid state drive.
Yeah.
Dude, that solid state drive is going to be a game changer. No gaming console has ever had one, I think, except for the Switch, and it's a 32 gigabyte.
32 gigabyte?
Yeah,
okay,
so it's like, it doesn't even count, really, because once you get the OS on, we have 20 gigs. I mean, Breath of the Wild is like 18.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, so I mean, you really don't have much space at all. But it's going to be fun. I'm excited to hear more about it at one of their State of Play events. But we have some news out from Xbox too for the at their Inside Xbox this last week. They did a really awful reveal of this Xbox One all digital edition, One S. So if you put that out, Xbox One S, it is Xbox One Sad. Right?
One sad.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
it's
dude.
So I'm surprised this isn't on 4chan lately or whatever, but probably is, right? At least the Reddit. So it hasn't gotten to the depths of hell, which is 4chan.
Well, Physics definitely knows about it. He says it's so bad.
Yeah, $250 out in May with a 1 terabyte hard drive. Man, 2 terabytes, $200 would have been like not even enough for me to recommend. But they're saying it's going to be $50 cheaper than the Xbox One S MRSP. But the problem with that is that you can get an Xbox One S with the disc drive, just as big, just as pretty looking, for $200 pretty much anywhere. Walmart, everywhere. So it's been on constant sale for like the last year and a half.
I was looking at this like graph showing like the sales of consoles, and the Xbox One has not sold that many worldwide, you know. So
I think so Microsoft stopped releasing the numbers, and people are estimating to be around 40 to 45 right now, which is not good.
Yeah, it's interesting to me because I know several people that own Xboxes, like my brother included. And, like, the number is just so miraculously low compared to PS4. I was talking to Smog offset, like, on Discord, and I was, like, amazed at how many more PS4s have been sold. And, honestly, PS2 is the best-selling console of all time.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I mean the PS4 is going to hit 90 million within this year, calendar year, I think. I mean they're at 92 like last year, and then Xbox being at like 50% of that. Yeah, they have a lot of work to do. I think that they've been doing a good job. So let's get into some of those details, other things besides that weird Xbox One all digital edition. He also confirmed that he's been playing Destiny 2 and Crackdown 3, the newest one, on the Xbox xCloud or Microsoft xCloud. I don't think there's an official name out there except for it being xCloud. But what he means by that is like it's pretty much exactly what we saw with Stadia, right? Where you can play it on any screen. You just need to log into your Xbox Live account on your phone and have an internet connection. They're saying he actually said in the interview with, or in the Inside Xbox interview with, I think it was Larry Herb, who's that Xbox Psycho person. And I say psycho in a good way, because he just loves Xbox. He's been with the company since I think the Xbox One, like the original fat Xbox. So he's been testing this out on his private server.
Okay.
So how well it's working, how well it's operating, we don't know. He says that they're going to try getting public trials later this year, just like Stadia. So we've got a weird end of the year, really, for us as far as like gamers, right? We have two companies going head to head with the future of gaming to what some people think, which is streaming.
Okay.
It's going to be weird.
I think they missed an opportunity, and they could have called it Xbox Immortal and like been like totally good. I think it's a big missed opportunity, and they could have. I mean, don't you guys play mobile anyways? Like what's your deal? But
oh my god, dude, that's a callback to one of our early episodes with the Diablo Immortal announcement.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't see myself wanting the Xbox version of this technology. I mean, Microsoft, like in general, has been at the forefront of this, but in recent years, they've kind of been shitting the bed, in my opinion. So I think I would probably go with one of the other options if I had to do that. You know, like possibly the Stadia, but obviously we don't know when these are releasing. So
what I can say about Microsoft and the xCloud versus Stadia, Google and the Stadia, is that I think that Microsoft is gonna put out all their Games Pass games on xCloud. It's gonna be part of Games Pass to have xCloud, or vice versa, part of xCloud to have Games Pass, have access to all those first-party games day one, just like Crackdown 3. They didn't hold back on that word, or go back on that word of first-party games day one being available for $10 a month. Doesn't matter if you could go buy it for $60 in stores. I mean, that's still insane to me, and it should be. The value of Games Pass is there's nothing like it right now. So, anything else to discuss? Well, he did tease that at the E3 event, we're going to see something from almost every single one of their first-party companies, developers, which they have bought tons for. I mean, they just bought a ton. Like, they bought this Outer Worlds, or the Obsidian, which made Fallout New Vegas, and now Outer Worlds, we're going to get these first details. This is that trailer Trey's got all popped up and ready. Yeah, this game is, dude, this is in my top 5, like, most wanting to, I just want to see some more stuff from it, you know?
There you are. Adblock Premium, let's fucking go, dude.
Get out of here.
Ad for Adblock, fuck.
what kind of world do we live in? So physics says, do you not all have 1 gig internet? Well, no. But we do have access to it. I just have to make a call, see if the company here where we live.
Oh no, he's trolling though. He wasn't like actually being like, you guys not all have 1 gig internet. He's like, it's like not everyone's cup of tea, you know? Like not everyone wants to pay for that trash.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, okay, I got you, physics. So look at this game though. This isn't awesome. I mean,
yeah, no, it looks like space Fallout.
That's what I'm talking about, man. The Outer Worlds. We're gonna hear more about it. Thank you, Phil, for teasing us, because he got me more hyped. I did love Fallout New Vegas, the whole dialogue tree, but I definitely don't remember too much about. I didn't finish it. Excuse me. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah, Fallout 4 was pretty disappointing for me as well. It's kind of sucks because I was a big fan of the first one. Well, not a big fan, I guess. I played the first one.
Fallout 3?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. Like the first new...
Yeah, the first new iteration of it, yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, this looks pretty sweet, though.
Ooh, that caterpillar. That was like a...
It reminds me of that game Spore.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, I mean, just those creatures, dude.
Okay.
Like, they're just kind of, like, weird looking.
I didn't see any dick monsters.
Definitely what chat would do with the fucking... with Spore.
Yeah.
Go straight to dick monsters. Alright, so back to it. So where were we, dude?
I just think that Microsoft's got some cool stuff that is coming down the pike.
Is that an exclusive?
Yes,
Oh,
they
that's
own
awesome.
it. They own them. Well, it's probably on PC too, right? Because it's going to be on Gamescast, which is both. It's cross-play pretty much. Let's dive into the next topic with that GameStop offers a 48-hour window thing. Can you?
Yeah, totally, dude. So it's called the Guaranteed to Love It program.
Guaranteed to love it.
You about to love this. You about to love this.
Please
dude.
buy your games from us.
Buy your games from us, or else we will die. They have 40. You have 48 hours to decide and receive a full refund in store credit. First games is Days Gone, most likely limited to certain titles.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's kind of funny. Like, it's a better deal than what Steam has. So Steam, you have 2 hours played. So now you can just like buy a game, binge it in those 48 hours, motherfuckers. You know you're a full-time streamer anyway. You got 12-hour gaming sessions. Let's go.
Yep.
You beat the Red Dead Redemption. You bring that back to GameStop, dude. This actually sounds fantastic for exactly what I just said.
Yeah, people do
fucked up.
abuse it, right? There's going to be gamers out there for sure that abuse it. Otherwise, though, that's interesting. That's what Steam's policy is. 2 hours played, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, you have to really be paying attention to the clock before you, walk away from the computer. Like, I've done that where I turned the game on, walked away from the computer, and 2 hours passed, and I can't return it. You know what I mean? So, I'm sure actually there's stipulations on this. Like, I'm sure if you're regularly returning games to GameStop, they'll be like, wait a second. Look at this guy's record here. He's returned every game he's bought in the last 6 months.
Right.
So, but
I wonder if you're going to have to give your state-issued ID over.
Dude, not my state-issued ID, bro.
Yeah. So they're pulling out all the stops. They're bleeding. They're bleeding out. As we just reported last week, they lost like $700 million.
Dude,
so
sucks to suck, bro. I mean, maybe if you gave me more than $1 for my copy of Zelda Wind Waker for GameCube.
That's like a $50 game, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't actually sell. I never played that game. That's weird. That's weird that that's the game that came into my head of all games.
So weird. So weird. When I think of video games, that's not the first game. Although that is a great game. We almost got railroaded. Almost, guys. You almost got to see our big boy George Railroad Martin. So do you think this is going to be enough to get people to stop buying from Amazon when they do have that 20% discount from the start? If you pre-order on Amazon before the game comes out. So let's say a game came out tomorrow. If you pre-order by midnight tonight, you can get that 20%.
Nice. GameStop goes to sell company. Sorry, we can only give you 5, 7 in store.
Yeah.
For real though.
Wrecked. Do you think this will get people to buy from Amazon or buy from GameStop instead of Amazon? Or
I think that it's not convenient enough, and I think time is the new currency, and people value that. They don't want to leave to go buy a game, you know, especially when there's digital downloads. Amazon will deliver it. The people that work at GameStop are usually pretty disgruntled because they don't pay shit, and it's kind of like seems like a dream job going into it. Like, oh, I get to play with games all day, but then the bosses are douchebags, and it's just like I just don't see like this being enough to change anyone's mind.
Okay.
You know.
Interesting. Although it is just retail, at least you are playing with video games. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And you get to talk to people about video games. That's something that I think will, with the death of GameStop, I know I'm not gonna cry when it happens. You know, eventually, if it happens, it probably win. But I do think there is something interesting and something remarkable about. Some people may not have gamer friends around them. They may have all friends online. For them to go somewhere and talk about video games with that person. Sure. Even just have like a 5-10 minute discussion with the clerk about the game that you just bought. How fun the clerk, like the cashier, I should say, just bought it and like played it the night before. You know, there could be.
Yeah, I mean, I've had good interactions with them sometimes. Yeah. But most of the time they're pretty heads down, like pretty broken down people. You know what I mean? Like the system won is all I'm saying.
Hot damn. Okay, well, we know some people will abuse it, but we'll see what other titles come to it. Right now, just Days Gone, which is due out here in another couple weeks. PS4 exclusive, but that game is not going to be alone. I know they're going to have like other open world games where it's like, if you beat that game in 48 hours, you got your money's worth, like, then you deserve to get $60 back in store credit. Like, they're going to use this to really, really entice people to buy those big games there, but also not be able to return them. Because I can't beat a game in 48 hours if it's like over 20 hours.
Yeah,
there's no way. I don't have enough time in the day.
Physics said something funny that GameStop tried to sell, but no one wanted it, so they pretended like they didn't want to sell it anymore.
Yeah.
Like, fine, we weren't going to sell it anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, good call out there, Physics, because that's definitely the reason why they're hemorrhaging right now. Nobody wanted to buy them. It is kind of a bummer in some ways, but hey, whatever. We're going to keep bringing you guys the news about their fallout because it's so massive. But let's dive into, I don't know if you guys saw this week, but Ubisoft pledged to donate $500,000, over $500,000 to the Notre Dame Cathedral because this was absolutely devastating, but it caught on fire this week. It was here, yeah, Trey's killing it right here, doing some production, but is this a game?
It's probably some.
It's
6 hours long.
Oh, it's live coverage.
Oh, live coverage will continue shortly. Okay, we'll get to some live coverage.
Oh wow. They've already got all that equipment up right now, or pretty much in the last couple days, to fix this thing because it's a cathedral that's burning to the ground. Big parts of it. But here, I'll toss it to you, Trey. Tell me a little bit about the cathedral.
It's just like a super duper old cathedral in France. I mean, it's older than the plague, literally. So like the Black Plague. So, I mean, it's sad that it's an old thing, but it's a religious monument that I don't necessarily connect with. So, I mean, I feel no sadness towards it. There's always like some part of me that's sad about losing history, but like at the same time, whatever. Species go extinct every day. Buildings burn down. It is what it is, kind of. So, but Ubisoft pledges more than $500,000 for the restoration effort. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, and there's already $1 billion pledged. I see some comments in the chat there about sweet justice. But also Panda says that, yeah, somebody messed up. They were already restoring it, and somebody just screwed up and it caught on fire. Not necessarily has to do with video games, but it is cool to see a home, like, Ubisoft's from France. They're home in France. They have a awesome studio in Montreal. It's really cool to see them hunkering down, donating a huge chunk of money to help this. I mean, it is a marvelous building to even just walk into. I mean, I went to a cathedral in Montreal when I was there for a music festival last year, and it was truly beautiful. Like, they had a huge light show going on.
Oh my god!
Yeah, and you paid $8 to go in there and watch the light show. It was really, really cool. So it's just history burning to the ground. Makes me sad. And we have a friend of the show that's from France, so I'm sure he's feeling a little bit bummed by this. Let's catch up with chat.
Physics says there was a fire, I think, in the same area that killed 72 people in a giant condo, and the people haven't got any aid. Crazy to see priorities. That's kind of interesting because in this story, they always mention like how there was no fatalities or whatever. But it's crazy in the same area that there was 72 fatalities. And that's, I mean, I don't know if the fires are connected, obviously, but...
Wow, that is interesting, Physics. And yes, you're right. Priorities are a thing.
I saw that article at Pandas that they're using data mining that they did for Assassin's Creed Odyssey to like reconstruct parts of the cathedral, which is fucking crazy. Like gamers up in here doing shit, dude.
Yeah, it was rumored, or I don't think it's been confirmed, but that the developers, the level creators for Assassin's Creed Odyssey They spent like a year on just this cathedral. It's supposed to be like one of the best 3D renderings of a building, a real life building in all of gaming history.
That's convenient.
Yeah. I mean, that's just really cool. Ubisoft is giving it for free. They're donating it to, it's cool.
So my question is, the guy that was restoring it to set this place on fire, he was fired, correct?
I mean, he's probably drugged through the streets. But thanks for adding to our conversation there, Pandas. You guys can always do that if you got something to say. I appreciate you guys coming in the chat like this. This is really cool.
So kind of to lighten the mood.
Yeah, let's lighten the mood a little bit.
That was a heavy. I
mean, 72 casualties. That's pretty tough.
Yeah, what the fuck? I thought we were going into a 0 casualty conversation, but we turned into a 72 one there, baby. Okay, Smash Bros. Ultimate update 3.0 to bring Stage Builder, Joker from Persona, and more.
Yeah. Another article from Steven Totillo of Kotaku. Got to give him a shout out because he's been a helpful editor for our show this week. But this is for Joker. He comes with not only the character, but he has his own. You can summon his own persona, which I don't know the game very well, but it's just a summon. You can summon
like a little avatar or something. I feel you.
But they're also adding his own stage. A Persona stage is based on memories, I think. And then also 11 songs from Persona 3, 4, and 5 to the game. If you don't already know, like Super Smash Bros. Is the soundtrack for Ultimate is like one of the most insane soundtracks ever. It has like 90 songs from like every game on there.
Yeah, no, there's a crazy amount of songs. And like there's some of them that are like absolute bangers, first thing. Like I would be fighting someone and then just like, oh shit, music is really getting me amped, dude. How's it going, Skaterade?
Hell yeah.
69? Fuck
Dang.
yeah, bro.
Wow, what an in-game name right there.
I was like cashing out at my work today and they had to give me 69 cents and change and I was like, crunchy, bro. Nice, dude. We got a little bit derailed there, so we'll toss up the railroad. Choo-choo, let's go.
Yeah, babies.
So, the Fighter Pass is still $19.99 and includes Piranha Plant, Joker, and 4 more characters between February and February 2020. 2019 and 2020. Yeah. I said that really well.
But I mean, if you think about it, you're getting over a character for free if you're buying these piecemeal at $5.99 each, $5.99. If you just spend $20, if you play a lot of Smash Bros, you're gonna get a good deal here.
They're asking if you're my wife, and yes, we're getting married in the fall.
Yeah, October 12th, to be exact. No, I just have long hair because I like Hanson. I grew up loving Hanson, so that's why I have long hair.
That's the reason. I love that that's the reason now.
Don't get me started on Umbot, babies. Don't get me started.
Well, Umbop isn't your favorite, though.
Nope.
Okay. We just derailed.
Oh, yeah. We can't.
Just derailed, bro.
We can't
just derailed, bro. Okay. Free updates include Stage Builder and Video Editor. Whoa. Very neat.
Well, I knew that you're going to, like, read literally, and it makes me laugh. No. But, so the Video Editor is really, really cool. Like, Nintendo's never done anything like this on their console. Now, on PS4, if you're following me on Twitter, you can see I post an image or a video from Apex Legends pretty often. So it's not new to like this current state of gaming that we're in for consoles. I know you PC nerds out here, but it is cool that Nintendo's finally doing something like that, in my opinion. So that comes as an update that's free. That's with the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Update 3.0. And then the Stage Builder, dude. I thought that was pretty interesting, too.
Yeah, I mean, I think the old Smashes had Stage Builders on them. So, I mean, that's something, in my opinion, that should have been there on release. So, I mean,
yeah,
whatever. So, I mean, it's cool that it's there finally, but I've already lost interest in the game. The game's been out for how long now? Like 6 months. Pretty irrelevant to my life at this point.
Yeah, it's been out for 4.5, but still, I mean, I agree. I mean, I almost feel like I shouldn't have bought it. I could have just come over to your house a couple times, played with you, like just gone against you. I did have one really fun night where it was 2 friends of the show and I just one-on-one, just free-for-alling. But other than that, you know, it's like those games that cost $60. I mean, it's easy to measure when it's a solo experience, right? Or like a Fortnite where you're playing like an ongoing battle royale game. But those games are like require somebody to be at your house because the lag's a little bit janky unless you have that Ethernet plug-in.
I definitely lost interest when I couldn't play it online with like a smooth experience. I really stopped liking it really quickly after that.
And your modem isn't anywhere upstairs, right?
No.
So you'd have to run an Ethernet through the ceiling to get upstairs.
Yeah.
And you have
intense.
You also have to buy an adapter. So.
Yeah, I mean, this is stuff Nintendo, like, not to smash Nintendo because Sean's a big fan. I'm also grew up being a Nintendo boy. No, I grew up with all Nintendo systems, so it makes me sad, but this is shit that they should have figured out.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I think the video editor is pretty neat, but I agree. They've got way more better steps to take for online gaming. But let's hop into a couple of the topics on the back here of our notes.
Yeah, Nintendo Switch still allows save game transfers between systems. Kind of a small hit here, but I never personally liked that. My friends would enjoy it where they could take like a save game and play like halfway through, you know, like I don't know. I just don't think it's a very good feature, but with the new Switch coming out, like they had to do something to like incentivize selling those, because like imagine like being 75% through Breath of the Wild and then being like, oh, I can't play it now. So
yeah. So cloud saves do come with the Nintendo Online, which you should get for free. If you do have a Switch, you get that for free. I think it's still going on to like maybe the end of the month, but you can get Nintendo Switch Online for free if you have Twitch Prime.
Yeah, for 12 months was it for free?
They get you. This is how they're gonna get you.
They're getting me?
Yeah. So this is what they have. You have to. I set an alarm on my phone, but you have to sign up. Say you get 2 months for free, but then during 3 months. But during that third month, it auto subscribes you for another 3 months, which is $10. So you have to kill the auto subscribe, but also redeem your again for the next 12 or 9 months.
Nintendo, you dastardly motherfuckers.
Hey, it's also Twitch.
Oh, dude.
We better not go too hard and heavy against Twitch, or else we might get...
Twitch!
Oh, shit.
Oh, sorry. Oh, anyways.
Jesus
sorry.
Christ, you're scaring me, man.
Dude, I'm out here. I'm out here fighting the power, bro.
You're fired up.
Powers that be, dude. Okay, so I also thought it was kind of interesting that they put this in onto the Switch right before these fucking Pokemon titles come out, you know? And there's just like a huge amount of like room for abuse there, in my opinion. Like, oh, we love duped Pokemon. Like, people hate that shit on DS. There's like, because there's always some hack to like duplicate Pokemon, and like.
Luckily, this is gonna be the first Pokemon game ever that has we have the ability to update, right? So we've never had, you can't update your games on DS.
That's
or
interesting,
3DS.
dude.
Yeah,
they're like patching Pokemon. They're like, dude, Charizard OP. We about to patch his ass. Patch his ass, dude.
Yeah,
weird.
Dude. So that's kind of cool. So I do get your sentiment that there is going to be hacks, sores, but at the same time, they're going to have patch shores to eat those up. So what happened to this dude, though?
What?
This woman.
Yeah. So, okay. Twitch temp ban streamer for Apex Legends cosplay. Oh, I gotta pull up the picture.
You have to, because I didn't have time at work today.
Okay,
to check
well
this
you'll see, dude. So I guess I kind of just want to describe it before I pull up the picture.
Okay, yeah, do that.
To like build some suspense. So I'll let you see it before I. Well, actually, I don't even want you to see it.
Okay. I'm looking away.
No, you don't have to look away. I'll explain it here in a sec.
Okay.
All right. So basically, how do you say her name? Karu Pups dyed her hair red and applied a dark foundation in an effort to cosplay an Apex Legend character, Lifeline.
And if you know Lifeline, I'm pretty sure she's Jamaican.
Something. I don't know. I don't know, honestly. But Twitch took down the stream and issued a 30-day suspension before the cosplay prep was even finished.
God.
So, I mean, this plays into the topic of fuck Twitch. I mean, don't fuck Twitch for them banning this, but like, I've been dodging being banned for about 2 years now, And let's see what
Dude,
happens.
do not get banned, dude. We need you to not be banned. So we can bring
we've been dodging it.
Okay. Well, I can't see anything yet.
Hold on. We'll scroll down slowly to build suspense. So it's like, okay, chill. It's chill. Oh no. Oh dear. And she basically said she didn't know that it was going to offend people.
Blackface. That's literally blackface. I mean, it's honestly no offense to her. She's like some sort of like cosplay queen because this is not a good cosplay. I mean, it's the worst paint job ever. I mean, nothing about her looks. I don't want to be too mean, but she's already got. Oh my God, people are. Oh my God,
dude. Well, so. My question is, like, if you're gonna do the blackface, why not commit to it? This is like a very half-hearted blackface.
She looks like Snooki at the end of like her tanning session '98.
Yeah, I mean, I think that she is an absolute piece of shit.
Oh my God!
But like at the same time, she could have gone way darker. So
I agree.
So I get where she's coming from in her brain, like. Okay, darkened it up a little bit. Like, didn't really go full blackface, but...
Wait, time out. Did she do this live on Twitch then?
Yeah, she was, like, a lot of people do, like, live makeup cosplays, and, like...
Because look at her hands. Her gloves have, like, either that's doo-doo or that's...
She got a little dookie on there.
Or makeup.
You gotta commit to the cosplay, though. Like, so that's dookie while she was scrubbing her butt with the brown. But
I feel bad for her because she just looks so naive and dumb. But I feel also bad for an entire race of people she offended. So
all right, so we'll take it down. You guys don't need to see that anymore. Totally Trey guarantee, never blackfacing on the channel. You'll never see that time.
Yeah, I will never be blackface in my life as well unless I fall into like a pit of tar. I get up and someone shoots a picture. That's the only time I'll ever have like face covered in black stuff. It has to be tar though.
I get ash on my face sometimes, a little teeny bit.
And then you go like this and it goes.
Yeah, it goes a little bit.
But that's only black cheek. That's
black
okay,
cheek.
Right?
Oh my God. All right. Getting the fuck away from this one. Just like getting the fuck away from it. Director.
Hey, you put this into this.
Dude, I don't want to talk. Let's not point the finger of blame. Who put what topics in there? Reggie Fils-Aimé may have done blackface for all I know.
Oh my God. I think he is black.
Oh.
God damn it. All right, guys. So, director of Final Fantasy 15 developing first ever Paralympic RPG. What does that even mean, Trey?
Okay, so it's a... Okay, this is actually a good segue because this is like a disabled, like happy story. Okay, so...
Awesome, good to hear.
Paralympics is basically like disabled Olympics, you know? So they're making... The director of Final Fantasy 15 is making a Paralympic RPG.
Wow.
So the players are using extra power, and it's like wheelchaired or people with missing a leg and stuff, or like the characters you play. And it's kind of funny because like it's such an inclusive game, and like nothing like it's been made yet.
Wow.
You know, so it's pretty crazy. And I put a note in here like talking about wheels from the Burger King commercials a million years ago. And it's kind of interesting that like that was like such an early step in that direction of like having these like handy capable people in the shows or like in like culture, and then I haven't seen anything since then.
Yeah,
you know
that's a really good point, dude. We could talk about disabilities forever. I mean, honestly, because I'm part of a huge group at work that does great work to shine light, give representation, all the above for people that are have diverse abilities. So this is really cool to me. I mean, wheels being in this Burger King commercial, like originally was a huge deal because people that are bound to a wheelchair didn't ever have representation. So yeah, this is cool. I appreciate you putting this in here.
Yeah.
So this is Final Fantasy 15 developer. Is it his own?
Hold on. I'm going to go over here really quick and type in Paralympics, because when you type in P on my search bar, something bad comes up. I just wanted to show some like screenshots of this Paralympics RPG, because like not screenshots, but like the intro or like teaser pictures. Pretty cool as well.
Whoa, that is super cool.
I mean, so you see, this isn't the full picture.
Right there.
Right here. There we go. It's kind of cool. It's got like the 2 guys missing the legs and stuff, like kind of different. Kind of cool.
So is this isn't an add-on to Final Fantasy 15? It's a developer of that is doing this on his own.
Yeah, no, It's just like, yeah, definitely just doing this on their own. So it's pretty cool. They're doing it for some sort of Paralympic Olympics thing. So pretty cool. All right, and I guess for our last
2020 release on multiple platforms, including smartphones. So keep your eyes out for that.
Oh yeah, totally, dude. Cool. I mean, don't you guys play on mobile anyways? Like, I mean, you guys are definitely playing the Paralympics on mobile. Paralympics Immortal.
Yeah, there you go. We already got a name.
So Respawn, the Respawn co-founder hired at Epic, which I thought was kind of like an interesting story because of the kind of like rivalry between the two with the Apex and Fortnite. So both West and Zampella were relieved from, oh man, I wrote these notes really bad. Both West and Zampella were relieved from Infinity War in March 2010. It was later revealed that the two were fired for insubordination. And then the parent company, Activision, issued a suit following the termination, stating that West and Zamp were secretly planning to start their new studio with the help of EA. So I guess they were working on Respawn on a new studio and were fired from there, and then they were hired on at Epic.
Well, I think that they were working at Infinity Ward.
Oh, am I like just totally fucking
I think so. But here, I'll pick it up. So I think they were working at Infinity Ward. They were working on Modern Warfare 2. That game came out. They were so pissed. The game sold like gangbusters, tons of money, tons of sales, tons of money made. They didn't get a big enough bonus check. They were super upset. They sue Activision. They get relieved.
Oh, okay. I must have misread this entire fucking article then.
No, somehow. No worries. I've been listening to Games podcast forever, so I'm very privy to this. So then after that, they started a new studio called Respawn after they got relieved, and I think they ended up winning their court case and getting some money, not the $42 million that they sought after, but they settled for $42 million in 2012. I see your notes here. So they started Respawn. That's where they started developing Titanfall and stuff, and then now, I think one of them, co-founder hired at Epic. So I don't know who that would be. I don't know if it's...
I think it was West
It's hired. Definitely not Vince Zampella, because he's been tweeting about Apex Legends like every day.
Yeah. I just think I fucked up these notes pretty epically, actually. But I'm pretty sure it was West that was hired over at Epic.
So he left Respawn, huh?
Yeah. I just thought it was interesting that like with like such a rivalry like that, like Epic would hire on like one of the developers that's from the kind of like enemy company now. So I just thought it was an interesting story.
I think Apex Legends is in a good place right now, although Shroud in particular, we don't have to talk about Apex too long, but Shroud in particular are very upset about the game. On Monday, I was watching his stream on the elliptical when he like was getting all pissed off because it's been laggy. Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know what the heck the deal is, but I do experience lag, at least for the start of a game, at least 1 out of every 10, which isn't too bad, but if you're playing for 12 hours straight, that's a lot of lag.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So, otherwise, the game's pretty awesome. They just rebalanced some weapons in the last patch, and the wingman's not as strong, which I definitely am happy to, like, because it has less in the clip and all that. So, overall, I mean, the game, Apex Legends, is in a good spot. So, I think maybe, like, those two are like, hey, you know, we've been working together for the better part of 10 years, if not more. I'm ready to go do something else.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I mean, right now Epic's got a lot of money, so it could just be totally monetary motivated, you know what I mean? But that's all speculation, so.
Respawn just got called up recently with the new Star Wars game as well. So.
Oh, really? That's pretty sweet, actually. That's awesome for them.
Fall of the Jedi, I believe, yeah, but anyway, I don't know much about Star Wars. I know Star Wars Celebration was this last weekend, so a bunch of news came out with the new trailer and whatnot. So
yeah,
but Respawn, they're going from a first-person shooter like Apex Legends. Obviously, they're going to still support that game. They're making tons of money, but they're going from that to a first or third-person melee. You know, because lightsabers is.
Oh, they're doing third person.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming it's not going to be first person because
sure.
First person melee games just aren't that great.
Okay, yeah. I have no idea how they do that. Like it could be like you're one of like a different perspective, not a Jedi. But I mean, you said the title was something to do with Jedi.
Yeah.
So I mean, oh wait, or is this KOTOR 3 that they were coming out with?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay.
You can pop it up if you want.
It's not that. I mean, might as well look it up.
Yeah, we got some time before we hop into our next segment of the show. So
yeah, they were saying I saw KOTOR 2019 release or something, so that's kind of interesting. Yeah.
Bear with us, fam.
No, that's not happening.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it got. I think it got canceled. Maybe. Either way, yeah. So
let's just hop into Jackbox a little early.
Do it.
I mean, thanks for stopping by for the Totally Gamescast episode 18. Getting wild.
Every Wednesday, 4:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to come at you talking about the whole week's worth of stuff. Next week, I think we're going to be able to do the Gamescast, but maybe maybe just Madverse City or whatever.
Yeah, what's going on next week? I don't even know.
I have a concert.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to see San Holo. Does anybody out there know EDM? He's an EDM artist. And then I'm going to go see Lot of Spute.
Oh, baller.
Got a Lot of Spute tattoo. But I love that band too. I'm going to see them on Omaha on Thursday. So I've got a double header. Go to a lot of concerts.
Hell yeah, bro. That sounds like fun, dude.
Dude, Physics. You loving a lot of Dispute makes me love you. That is so cool. Their new album is amazing. Summer Camp Music Festival.xp. You are freaking on it, dude. That's one of the best music festivals in the country, if not at least the Midwest, if not the country. But I've never been. I've always chosen Electric Forest. But dude, yeah, hell yeah. Hit me up on social media so we can talk about music festivals. I might be having a new music festival. Oh, 6 years straight, dude. I'm doing my 6th year of EF this year, dude. Hell yeah. I might be doing this new music festival concert show coming up. I've got some ideas afloating. But yeah, hit me up on social media. We'll talk about some of our favorite jam bands and EDM and stuff, dude.
Jam bands? You don't like jam bands?
Oh, hell yeah.
Since when, dude?
I love jam bands live. I've always said that. Folk
okay.
music on jam bands, I love it live. I don't necessarily listen to too much of it like on my own, but dude, there's not much like a sun setting, jam band going, something else in my stomach.
That is so fucking weird. I swear in my head, I never thought of you liking jam bands. But
you've never been with me at Forest, homeboy.
Fair enough.
But yeah, let's dive right in. Thank you again for joining us for Totally Gamescast. We'll come back at you. I got a broner. Hell yeah.
Half boner? Oh!
Oh, dog. Got string cheese on Saturday night at EF. Definitely seen that before.
Oh,
Definitely.
yeah, no doubt. That's a string cheese fest, huh?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Electric Forest is co-owned by String Cheese Instant.
Okay, so I'm going to cut the stream for 2 seconds, and then we'll be right back just to shorten up our vlogs.